Hey guys, and welcome back to Smart Money Minds. In this video, I'm going to be going over week 3 of February 2021 and the 5 stocks that I believe are going to move some gains this week. So don't forget that there is no trading on Monday, which is February the 15th, due to holidays in Canada and the United States. But we're going to start on the 16th, and we're going to look at these 5 stocks. And what I got here is Space, I got BYND, I got BIDU, I got AI, and I got PEN. And these are the 5 stocks I'll be looking at today. The first stock I'm looking at is Space. So looking at this chart, it's looking quite good. This is the previous high here at 59.43. And it peaked out, but what happened is that the next high was 62.90. It had 8-hour bearish divergence, okay? But it kept hovering in this range here. So it's not really moving anywhere. And also looking at the market weakness on the 10th and the 11th, it held the zone right around here, 51, 52 zone. It didn't go any lower. It's just kind of hovering that range. And I'm seeing here that we have a ascending triangle happening. We have 63 as the resistance, which is also at all-time high. So we could easily see it just kind of hover in this range and then push out. And I like that it's testing the lower trend line right now, but there's good bull volume. So I'm expecting it to push up to a new all-time high. I also forgot to mention that on Space there was negative news. So if you take a look here, they delayed their space flight tests for the second time already on February the 12th. And I believe this was a pre-market drop. So it actually came back down, but look at this range here. If you look at the hourly time frame, 52 seems to be a very good support range. So that would be my stop level. And even though the knees dropped, it got bought back up, and it's still hovering around this range here at the lower trend line. So it's looking good for a push back to the upside. So we'll see where it goes next Friday. The next chart I have here is BYND. So BYND broke out of this bigger equilibrium range, I would say. Had a gap up news, and now it came back down. And this is the gap frame. There was a gap fill range right here. So it filled the gap. It didn't go any lower. It's kind of hovering in this area where there's accumulation. There's people buying and selling. Not too much movement, but look at the bull volume slowly creeping up. So my first resistance would be this zone here with the upper trend line. But I'm thinking that at least we can set a lower high this week in this zone, and let's take a look at a fib retracement here. So if we go back up to the trend line, that's the 0.382, but I can expect probably if we hit the 0.5, if we break over the trend line, that'll be healthy, and we're looking up at the bounce golden pocket zone around 200. So that would be a longer frame of seeing where this chart is going. But it's looking decent for a push up this week. The third chart I have here is BIDU. So BIDU, we're looking at all-time high range right now. It's pushing up. It's got a bunch of bull days. It's got a volume climax day, but it started to just bull flag. It basically just traded sideways from this volume climax. There were essentially no sellers. There is a good stop level at 296 to 298 range right here. This channel is forming, no sellers, and we're just trading sideways. And if you look at this shorter time frame, it pushed up, it gave you a bull flag here, and even in after hours, it's pushing right back up. So I can anticipate it to go even higher this week. It is a little overextended, but the thing is that earnings is coming up this coming week as well, so that could help with a new all-time high before earnings reaction happens. The fourth chart here I have is AI. So what I'm seeing here is a equilibrium. It broke out bullish with some volume, and now it's just kind of fading back. what I'm seeing here is here, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. It broke out, okay? It faded, but it's forming a descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. Volume is quite low right now. So I'm anticipating that it may come back, it may back test the apex of this move, and we're gonna go back up for at least a lower high. Also, it just has a clear stop zone. I mean, if it breaks below this apex zone, then you know this play is over and you should stop yourself up for the loss. But I'm looking at it here, and with market strength, we're looking back up. So that's my fourth play. The final chart I have here is PEN. So PEN has been on a steady up climb the entire way. Like, look at this. It's just up, 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 continuous movement, moving on the uptrend. So we got the trend behind us on this move. We had the sell-off during the week of last week. Okay, on the 10th and the 11th, we had some sell-off. But it hit the lower trend line, and it pushed right back up into a Maribozu candle, bullish engulfing of the previous candle, right back up to the upper trend line of this wedge breakout. So I'm liking it. There's no sellers even on the shorter time frame right now in the 30 minutes. And what I do like is that if you take a look here, previous resistance at 110, 111, hit right here, and now it's becoming support. So I'm looking back up here with market strength. We're gonna probably push up, bull flag, push to a new all-time high. Pretty easy play with the trend. So volume is pushing up here as well. Just straightforward, play the uptrend. With the market melting up like this and bears getting no traction, we're seeing some pretty easy plays out here. Just following the trend, following the patterns. I mean, it's just good to have the market on your back. So let me know what you think about the 5 stocks that I picked here today. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my videos here and like this video as well. And then we'll see you guys next week on the 19th for the review.